the transition into BA role itself was very fascinating for me because I tried different roles in the industry, and none of those roles were kind of not exciting for me. You're right, right? So I tried testing, automation testing, whatever. So it didn't come. So the interesting part,
why you wanted to explore this BA role and how you were digging deeper into getting into this role. So I just want to know, like, there are many perceptions in the market, right, about the BA role, especially considering how diverse it can be. Can you share your experience as a BA so far and how it compares to the theoretical understanding that we consume every day, maybe on different platforms, and what are the differences in your view?
goes wrong, then BA also will become the scapegoat, right?
Yeah, correct.
So the people will come and put a knife to your throat. What did you do? Why didn't it work? So because there's the one video I saw in LinkedIn couple of, but BA has to be alert all the time. Eventually, just like the person said, nobody can be alert all the time. Nobody can be in the working mood all the time. But still, you have to do it.
Oh, there is less scope of going wrong, I believe.
Yes, I would say that.
Agree to your point. There has to be proper balance and combination, which will help you to transition as well as to keep evolving as a BA in the industry. So yes, your point is a valid point. So let's go ahead and now let's talk more about the course, the way it is structured, and the assignments. Hello everyone, this is Shweta and welcome to our new series, Alumini Chronicles from PIBA. We have Murli with us today. I would like to extend a warm welcome to Murli. Murli is currently working as a lead business analyst with CGI and has previously worked with organizations such as Society General, Hexaware Technologies, and Wipro. He transitioned into business analysis from a background in software engineering. So we are in for a lot of valuable insights and stories in this conversation today. So let's get started. Murli, first of all, thank you so much for joining us today. I would love to kick things off with your quick introduction. So over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Sweta. Thanks for having me. So actually, currently, like you said, I've been currently working as a lead business analyst in CGI, but my current role is a mixture of both business analyst, also designing the components. So I'm involved in technical aspects also right now. Before that, yes, my transition had happened into BA at least three and a half years back. So I would say I'm a beginner in business analyst, though even though I have overall of almost 11 plus years of experience. My experience in the BA is around three and a half years ago. I mean, 3.5 years only, I believe. And thing is, it's not that. How can I say? So the transition into BA role itself was very fascinating for me because I've tried different roles in the industry, and none of those roles were kind of not exciting for me. You're right, right? So I tried testing, automation testing, whatever. So it didn't come. So the interesting part is I moved from functional testing to automation testing. So that's when I realized the importance of the functionality. So I was working as an automation tester for more than 1 or 2 years. That's when I realized, okay, functions are very important for any product, be it software, hardware, whatever it is. So that's when, in fact, I came to know there is one such role as a BA. So by then I was around 6.5 years, I believe, in the industry. So that's when, maybe I can say I didn't even know that such role existed. So I don't know what they do, but somehow I got into that and this curiosity of the functionality, how these things are getting developed, implemented, all those things. So whenever I discuss with the people, they said there is a BA, and whenever during the automation, since I developed the interest on the functionality, I started asking questions. Even though as automation tester, I don't have to. I mean, not technically, I don't have to, but I started asking questions why this functionality is not working in this way. And every time, whenever I ask about the functionality of the functionality, the only constant answer I get is there is a BA asking. There is a BA asking. So that's the only response I always get. So that's when, who's the BA? So that's how it is all started. And back then I was in Hexaware by the time. So after that, Luckily, I was in working in the payments background also. So payments background, payments BA was even payments excited me even more BA to be honest. So BA plus payments was a I felt is a great combination for me to grow in the career. So after that only I transitioned. I mean I with the how can I say? There were some mentors for me, the internal mentors with my team itself who try to help me about or who try to educate me about this is what BA is, this is what BA will do. That's when I realized I'm doing some of the works of the BA. So after that, uh, slowly I learned about the BA. Then I moved to the another organization as a BA. But still, this that was I'm doing the activities, but still I was not very clear about what BA does and roles and clear roles and responsibilities of a BA. What are all the techniques involved in requirements and all those things.
Okay.
So I was not very clear. So I was just going through that phase. So after that only, I've come across the InteractX-PIBA course. So
Okay.
yeah, this is my journey towards my BA.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your journey. I think you have covered all of it, and it was very detailed, I must say. So while introducing, like while sharing about your journey, you mentioned that currently you're playing more of a techno-functional role with CGI. So can you just put some light on it, like how it is exactly, and how does your day look like? And after that, maybe something related to payments domain and BA combination, if you can shed some light on
Sure, sure,
that.
Sweta.
Yeah,
Yeah. So currently my role is about, okay, I will say first as a functional BA and there's a technical BA. Two combinations are there.
correct.
Whe- when you say functional BA, their primary role is to get the requirement from the stakeholders and document it. And they will say, for example, let's say there is a login page. Okay, so simple example, we'll take it. So their requirement is that okay, I want to functional BA will say I want a user to have a login page. So there can be login using default credentials, username, password, or using any other technologies, the OTP or multi-factor authentication, whatever. So that's what, and they document it and they'll give it to you. So the functional BA part is over almost.
Correct.
The requirement for part was over. That's when
Correct.
the technical BA will come in. So he will take the details and he start to implementing it. So he will design. Okay, he wants username and password. So what are, where can I create the fields and how this field should take the data? Whether this field should have a any restrictions, if it's a password, what is the combination I need to use. Then if I have the button, so as soon as I click on the button, what is the API to be called? So whether it is API call is needed, so how can I verify that logic, so which database I can refer. So it will go into the that granular information.
Okay.
So all those things we will have to document as a technical BA. Then you don't have to implement, but you have to find out how to implement it, and you have to give that information to the developer. So developer will take that information. Okay, so this is the screen I want to do, and username password fields are there and login page, login button is there. So this is how I this information has to look like, because you will have to give the wireframes, all those things. After that, okay, this button is clicked, then I have to create this API. So they will create an API, and this API will have to interact with this system or database, whatever. So that's how it is. So now if you put two things together,
Yeah.
so as a me, I have to get a requirement from the stakeholders, and until I have to provide the technical solution. So this is how we do. So here we call ourselves as a designers, because you just not technically working as a design and also business requirement, but you are putting together from collecting the requirement from the stakeholders and creating the user stories with a very final, you know uh, very granular level, that what has to happen in the system. So in
Exactly.
that level we are
More
doing.
on technical aspect.
Yeah.
I believe designer is something which is called in your organization. Uh,
Yes, that's true.
so more of you are involved in the solutioning part as well, if I'm not.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And now going to the payments and BA combination.
Yeah. So payments and BA combination is very interesting because payments is something that I like so much because I started my career in banking and I'm still continuing my career in banking. So different stages of the banking I worked with different roles I played, but I started working in payments at the end of around 2017. So that's when I started to work on that. So the what fascinated me was payments. Every day, everyone, no matter what the background is, what their education knowledge is, payment is involved in their life. That is inevitable. But we still don't know how it is happening.
Yeah.
So again, that is intrigued me because that's if you take
Basically.
curiosity,
Yeah.
if you take some other solutions, you may create some airport application.
Uh-huh.
You may not use it regularly.
Yeah.
Not everyone will use it,
Yes.
but payments is not something like that.
Correct.
If you are a human, you must use it,
Yeah.
right? So that's what even involved me into the payments. Like, okay, so it has so much of use cases. Without payments, a country, even a country cannot run properly without a proper payment systems. So
Indeed. Correct.
that's how it is. So why I'm saying all these things is, if payment system, like once again I'll reiterate the point, if the payment systems goes wrong,
Mm-hmm.
a country's economy will collapse.
Correct.
So the sensitivity and the impact of the payment systems are very high,
Yes.
right? So as a BA,
Yeah.
you are responsible for building a good systems.
Correct.
What, just putting aside that payment systems part,
Yes.
right? So now you can imagine, as a BA, what are the things you have to do to build a good system,
Correct.
right? So again, what I found is this is more challenging
Yeah.
because it has so many impacts, right? So it will, if something goes wrong, then it will impact so many people, so many organizations. And I mean, technically we are implementing systems for banks, but still the bank can process millions of transactions per day, and the values, like how much how much of the money they will be processing, that will be millions. For example, one day I got one day in my previous organization, my lead and came to us, the customer wants to use 9 billion transaction, $9 billion of transaction, whether a system allows it.
Yeah.
So that was the question, right? $9 billion is not something
That's a
that you
lot.
would see every day. So whether the system allows this means, then there was a catch. So they are thinking that whether we are limiting it or something like that,
Uh-huh.
which means there will be limitations that this is the so amount you can process all those things. So
Correct.
so that's where I felt, okay, we are responsible for uh, delivering a good system. So that has a lot of importance for the for everyone, from normal people to the entire country, even the world trade, whatever you take.
Correct.
So
Yes.
that's why
So
I like so much about working as a BA and payments room.
yes, absolutely. I can see that. And as you rightly said, that payments is something, basically this domain is something which will never die as long as human beings are there. So yeah, the scope is a lot and the complexity is also there. And since it is a continuously evolving space due to digital transformation and all, there are a lot of opportunities and I can understand the complexity of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's move ahead. There are a couple of questions that I would like to ask you. So you told me in your introduction part that how you wanted, like why you wanted to explore this BA role and how you were digging deeper into getting into this role. So I just want to know, like, there are many perceptions in the market, right, about the BA role, especially considering how diverse it can be. Can you share your experience as a BA so far and how it compares to the theoretical understanding that we consume every day, maybe on different platforms? And what are the differences in your view?
Okay. Right now, mostly I'm very much active on the LinkedIn. So in BA, I follow many people's about who shares about the BA informations. So some people, I would say, Okay, I could include Dibhanshu also in that case. Something people like Dibhanshu, they'll share the case that is understandable, and some people will say this is B, that is B. Like you have to gather the requirement. So these are the techniques you have to uh, use. You should use to elicit the requirement. So they will list down. So listing down the techniques is not very useful according to me. So that's what they will say. These are the techniques you have to use. Okay, where I should use, why I should use, in what case I should use. So it has more information. I mean, we someone who is coming to be a role. Just think about me 3 years back. I
Yeah.
was new that time. If someone says that, okay, one of the technique for requirement elicitation is an interview, go and do it. What will I do? They said
Yeah,
this is
correct.
the technique, right? So just because there is a technique, it cannot be implemented just like that.
Yeah.
So we have to practice it. So
Yes.
the practical knowledge, that was missing a lot. And still the perceptions of a BA is people have not understood very clearly. Maybe I could say, maybe if I go, if I can say one statement, like I heard some people say BA was easy role. It is easier, yeah. I don't have to learn so much. Just domain knowledge is enough. No, that's not it.
I think it's a crucial role, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of responsibility on BA's head, and he's the one who is driving everything. So if he
Yeah.
goes wrong, the solution collapses.
That's right. So funnily, like you said, if anything goes wrong, then BA also will become the scapegoat, right?
Yeah, correct.
So the people will come and put a knife to your throat. What did you do? Why why didn't it work? So because there's a one video I saw in LinkedIn couple of weeks ago, I guess. So there was some person who I consider has good knowledge in BA. So he said that in that video that he was working relentlessly, and there was one day that he wasn't feeling like working. So
Uh-huh.
that time he was not in the right mood for working. So he had given a document to review, and he just skimmed through it and didn't do it properly. Now, after a month or so, that became a problem. Why didn't you read the document? Now client has created a problem. So this is what we has to be alert all the time.
Yeah.
Eventually, just like that person said, nobody can be alert all the time. Nobody
Yes.
can be in the working mood all the time.
Yes.
But still, you have to do it,
Oh, there is
right?
less scope of going wrong, I believe.
Yes, I would say there is no scope of going wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
So that
Being
it's a
BMI.
ever growing BA. You cannot say that I'm a complete BA. I don't think that stage nobody will attain. So
Yeah,
every day is new. Every day there is a challenge. You will think, okay, I have a good understanding about the stakeholders. I know what is going to say, but next day you will come with a different thing that you will never understand before.
correct, correct.
So
I
it is interesting. I won't say it is difficult. It is interesting. Someone who has a curiosity, or who's wanted to learn so many things, and who's ready to be uncomfortable all the time. So that time,
yes.
for such people, BA is a wonderful role, I would say.
You made a right statement, and being and I agree to your points, because being a BA myself, I can understand this completely. So yeah, thanks for sharing this. And great. Let's move ahead. So while exploring this whole BA space, when was the time you landed across PIBA, and how
Yeah,
was, like, how you came around it? How you find out Dibhanshu?
I found Dibhanshu accidentally. So my encounter with Dibhanshu was totally accidental, because 2 3 years back I didn't even know how to use LinkedIn. So, but somehow a couple of my friends said that they were the fellow BS in my team. They used to share that, okay, uh, go to LinkedIn, you will get so many information. Go to LinkedIn, so you will get that information. Go to LinkedIn, you can connect with people. Okay, but I was using LinkedIn like a Facebook. I just go through. I don't put a
That's
post,
so
but I
great.
just scroll through that. Right.
Okay.
So that's when. I while scrolling to that, then there was one post from Dibhanshu. Like he is giving out for a BA community that he is ready to give a free discussion for 30 minutes or so. So I had questions. That's when I approached him. Because this is what I have now. I'm doing the activities, but I don't know the full responsibilities of the BA. So that's when having this discussion with him for almost half an hour, I realized that he has a very good knowledge in business analysis. So immediately I signed up for PIBA.
Okay.
Honestly, I didn't even know there is other BA courses by that time.
Okay.
I was it was like I said, it was completely accidental for me, but it was a good accident for me.
So good to hear that.
Yeah.
So, like you were explaining about the entire thing, how you landed up over here in PIBA. So, if you can share your experience with PIBA Business Analysis course, how it is different. Although you mentioned that you didn't explore any other courses as such, but still, if you can highlight few points at how it is different and how practical it is. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So a person like me who's always interested in practical approach.
Mhm.
Uh, so what happened was from the first day itself till 8th day, I believe. So I mean, it was almost 3 years back. I don't completely remember
I
8 day
believe you
course.
are one of the alumni from the initial batches, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. So that's when the sessions was always interactive. So
Mhm.
he will ask questions. It's like a school. You tell me the answer. You tell me the answer. That is also because he wanted to ensure that people understand the concept clearly, right? So that was something that I liked very much because I'm also someone like who wanted to learn the concepts rather than going to tools, going to the techniques. I want to understand the concept clearly. So that was one thing, and every day there is a practical uh, sessions. There will be there like stakeholder BA discussion, the role play of stakeholder and BA discussions, and he divided up participants into teams, two teams, I guess. So that having those two teams, then we will connect. There was a sessions on only on weekends. So weekdays will be free. So in this weekdays at the night, all of us will connect for the practical exercises he has given, like using different tools or using preparing documents and understanding that BA technologies. Uh, all those things we will connect and we'll discuss with those people, since those people are also having the like-minded like me. It helped me to explore more concepts over there.
Mhm.
And in the sessions of the Dibhanshu also, even the theoretical sessions also, it was very clear because I believe he explained what is business analysis and who is a business analyst. That two questions itself at least for almost over 1 hour, I guess. Only these two questions. So each word by word, what does it mean? So why are we doing
All the
it?
practical insights with it.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah. So
which is very
so
important.
yeah. So all those things very clear, and the agenda he had for a BA, what all the BA supposed to do, right? So what are the BA supposed to know rather than supposed to do, or what are the BA supposed to know, and all those things. And at the same time, he is not putting so much information that okay, you have to know this one, you have to know that one. So it's not overwhelming also. So it was
Yeah.
just at the part which is enough to transition to a BA. But like I said, there's no upper ceiling for a BA that you can go there, okay, I'm done. No, so
Yes.
you have to constantly learn. So it was a excellent uh, platform for me where, like I said, I was already working as a BA. I was doing some activities, but still I didn't even know
Did
sometimes
know,
what to
we
call
did
it.
not know. Yeah.
Yeah. So after that only I came to know these are what are all the terminologies or jargons that is being used. So that's what I would say about PIBA. So even 2 days back also, I someone pinged me in LinkedIn and asked about feedback for PIBA. So I always recommend people to go and attend because I always believe in the practicality over the theoretical part. Yes, I won't say theory is bad or not necessary, but you have to have the right combination of both.
Yes.
Otherwise, you will not get most out of it. That's what I would say.
Yeah, you rightly said it, and I agree to your point. There has to be proper balance and combination, which will help you to transition as well as to keep evolving as a BA in the industry. So yes, your point is a valid point. So let's go ahead and now let's talk more about the course, the way it is structured, and the assignments that were part of PIBA. So how does that help you in you're like as a BA in your organization or when you are transitioning during your interviews or something like that?
So what I would say is that here in CGI, most of the work we'll do with a tool flowchart.
Yeah.
So we'll create mostly we'll create an activity diagram. So all those things where we get to learn from that. I don't know, it's Edromax or Balsamiq. I don't remember the tool also because
UML.
after yeah. So some tool that Dibhanshu helped us to understand. So again, I would say that it is a tool rather what we are going to do with the tool. So that was the knowledge that we get. This is how this diagram has to go. So if you're preparing one diagram, if you're putting one square or if you're putting one uh, process box or you're putting one round there, so each of them is having its own meaning, and it has to define something useful that you do it in the flowchart. So all those things were very much efficient for me even today, right? Whenever uh, I mean, I that like I said, that gave us the start to proceed further. So I understood what is that, and even now there were some things that I get to learn. Okay, these are the stakeholder requirements. Okay, these are the business requirements.
Yeah.
3 years back, I didn't know that. After the training, so there was thing. Okay, this is how the business requirement look like. This is how the stakeholder requirements look like. This is how BS will convert that into a functional and non-functional requirements. So now I get that point. Okay, this is the stakeholder requirements. Okay, this is not very. I would say the stakeholder requirement is basically, it's not that one liner that business will give you. It will have something, but it is definitely not enough. So because that's how the requirement look like, because stakeholder requirement, it will something like this. I want to have a login screen.
Yeah.
So business requirement would be like, I want user to be able to log into the page. So stakeholder will say, I want the user to log in with the username password. So that's how it will say, but after that we have to dig in. Okay, it some for some people it would just look like it's enough. Okay, they want username, password and login, but that's not it. So what are the things you have to do, what are the things you what are the restriction you can have, and what if the user is not logged in for so and so date. So all those things, as a BA you have to collect those information, right?
Correct.
So all those things now I'm able to connect because I attended that course.
Okay. Interesting. So yeah, that's all I have to share with like ask you and have a nice interaction with you. So it was fun chatting with you, Murli. And thanks
So
for like come joining this Alumini Chronicle that we have started as a new series. And it was like good to know about your experiences up till now and your journey of transition from software engineering to BA, all the insights about BA and the payment domain, and about the PIBA journey. Thank you so very much for coming today and joining us.
thank you, Sita. Thanks for your time.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.